Okay.
Hi, everybody. This is Gene Mortensen along with Mike Katko, and we are here at Griffith Gymnasium in the very last day of March for the home opener for the boys basketball team. And this ball game, of course, being brought to you by the Los Alamos Daily Post and Carol Clark, making all this possible. I want to thank Nate Lindback and John McHale for making all this possible also. And so the Los Alamos Daily Post presents Los Alamos High School basketball. And tonight they'll go up against the Valencia Jaguars. Valencia is a school just about 20 miles outside of Los Lunas and kind of out there in the boonies. But anyway.
It was in the boonies. Now it's it's a huge boom area.
Yeah, they're growing like crazy. So, but anyway, the Hilltoppers are coming into the ball game. Of course, this is the home opener for Los Alamos. And, of course, they are 0-0, and this is also the opener of the season for Valencia. So we'll see how they come out. The Valencia Hilltoppers had a very good season last year. They started off kind of slow with new team, new players. There were a lot of young players that didn't have much experience on varsity. Benito Maestas was a brand-new coach, so a brand-new system. So they struggled in the first few games of the season. And then for a while, they just had trouble getting over the hump. They'd lose by 1, lose by 2. But then they finally got it to groove, and boy, they take off. And by the time they got to the end of the season, they were just a fantastic team. In the last game of the season that they played up in Taos, and Mike and I went up there to do that game in Taos. And that was one of the best high school games I've seen in a long, long time. 2 outstanding high school teams just going at it full blast. So coming into the ball. So we have a pretty good core returning, and we don't have the brick wall anymore, J.D. Carson, but he introduced himself to a number of players last year. And
we do have a replacement, though.
Yeah.
Who's a lot bigger, taller than J.D. Carson.
Yeah, so.
I don't know if he'll start, but he's going to be out there. We're talking about 6'7", Mark Cleland. I don't know if he'll play, but he's a big boy.
Yeah, he really is. I started talking to Benito, during the off season, which was forever. But he told me we had a new kid in town, and a big tall kid. So anyway, so Maury Pongratz, the PA voice of Los Alamos right now, getting ready to introduce the players, and so. Mike, we're going to hold off here for a second, see if we're going to do the national anthem first, and after that, if that's the case, you can do the starters. But anyway, the Hilltoppers have some. Cooper Frank, for instance, is a 5'10". Not Cooper Frank, yeah. Well, they got him as a 5'10". Oh, that's Harrison Frank, is a sophomore, and Cooper Frank, right, is the senior, his brother. And fantastic ball player last year as a freshman. And along with him was Wesley Stanfield. And I'm not sure where is Wesley. I didn't see Wesley. Well, let me see.
Well, I already looked, and I see one of the guys has a different number than we have.
Yeah,
and, of course, it's Elijah Ortiz. And he'll probably start, so you'll hear his name.
Yeah,
his number is 30. And on the paper that we got from the coach, it was number 9. So
well, right now the other problem is that Wesley's also on the soccer team.
So he's not here.
So I'm not sure what the situation is, but anyway, Maury Pongratz still reading all the stuff they have to read about safety and sportsmanship and all that kind of stuff. But the junior varsity tonight. Played an excellent game. They just took it right to the junior varsity of Valencia, beating them 60-36. And now we're ready for that national anthem. So then we'll be back. So that completes the national anthem, and we're ready for Maury Pongrass is going to introduce the teams, and Mike's going to introduce the starters for us.
Well, I'll go ahead and do Valencia too. Valencia, Brandon Melton, a 5'6" senior. Eric Lopez is a 6-foot senior. Preston Lowry's their big man, he's 6'3". And Janai Harris, 6'2". And Ali Abdullah is 6'3" also. So they have fairly good size. For Los Alamos, Harrison Frank, who was a phenom, would say, in that Taos game at the end.
Oh,
remember?
yes, absolutely.
Oh, my God, he's a good 6, and he's a sophomore this year, so we expect a lot out of him tonight. Sebi Wood, 5'10" senior. Elijah Ortiz, our big man inside, is 6 foot, and he's a junior. Cooper Frank is 5'10", a senior. And Ryan Zeke, a 6'2" junior.
Yeah, and Elijah, of course, a big kid inside, and he's kind of an animal in there. He's come in, but
what's really nice, he's got really quick hands.
Yeah, he had an excellent season last year. He kind of slowed down a little when we finally got up there to Taos, because he was really hitting. He couldn't seem to pick up his game in Taos, but the season, he was just an awesome season for Elijah.
But boy, our ball handler, Harrison Frank, we should see a lot of him tonight. And he's good. He really impressed us. Remember that Taos game? He was
unreal.
He was unreal. Just an excellent ball handler. So here we go. We're going to go now.
We're not jumping center?
Not jumping center. Valencia won the toss, I guess.
I guess it must have been. Valencia. I guess a new rule, I guess. Valencia starts things off, and so the Hilltoppers right now in a 1-2, it's a 1-3-1 zone up here against Valencia. Valencia having a lot of trouble solving it right now. So they're going to bring it up to Ali Abdul. Abdul can't do anything with it. 3-point shot taken. Right for the rebound, and that's going to go off of Malik Abuda.
Eric Lopez took that 3-point shot for Valencia. It was way off. Bringing it down, looks like it's going to be Harrison Frank for Los Alamos.
Yeah, and we had a personal foul called against the Jaguars on that battle for the rebound, and that was Preston Lowry. That's his first, and the first team foul. Los Alamos wastes no such time. Harrison Frank with a 3-point shot. That comes off. Harrison comes, and now a steal by Harrison. He just picked his pocket as clean as you can possibly pick it. He was just bringing a ball down the floor. Brandon Melton, he was just nonchalantly coming down the floor, and the next thing you know, they were heading up the other end of the floor as Harrison Frank just came out of nowhere, grabbed that ball, and the 6-foot sophomore put the first one in for Los Alamos. And
that's what you call having some court smarts. He knew they were going to throw. He anticipated like crazy. Ball was going there, and he picked it off cleanly.
So we have a personal foul going to be called against Los Alamos, and that's going to go against Cooper Frank. That'll be his first and the first team foul.
You think that's Harrison's brother?
I think it is. He's the older brother. So anyway, at the free throw line
Ali Abdullah.
Ali Abdullah, 6'3" sophomore. Missed the first and puts in the second.
Oh, it's been so long, I forget how to fill out my score sheet here.
I know. And now a steal now by the Jaguars, and a 3-point shot taken from outside. That shot taken by Eric Lopez. Rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers. They're going to get it over now to Cooper Frank. Frank gets it to Harrison. Harrison, now the Hilltoppers just kind of in a 2-3 zone being set up right now by the Jaguars. Hilltoppers having a little bit of confusion. And so now they're going to bring it to Malik Abuda. I can do this. Anyway, and so Harrison Frank going in. They're going to get it over to Cooper Frank. He puts up the 3-point shot. Rebound is going to come down to Harrison Frank. Frank will get it back over to Malik Abuda. So they're just working it right now around the 3-point line, working against that 2-3 zone. And Harrison Frank now gets it. Now he's going to start things off, the quarterbacking it for Los Alamos. And in the corner, it goes to Harrison Frank, 3-point shot, and that's good. And he is deadly with that.
5 points in the game so far.
So he has all 5 for Los Alamos.
Cooper, his brother, gave him a good pass.
Now Los Alamos on a
getting in across is Valencia.
Yeah, well, they had a 3-quarter zone press set up.
Tussle on the floor.
There's a battle for the ball. They got it over to, Ali Abdullah.
Battle royale.
And boy, I mean, it was talk about the WWE. My golly, there was
timeout.
Everybody.
Timeout, coach.
Los Alamos takes a timeout. No, I think it was Valencia.
He pointed that way.
Well, you're right. It's Toppers.
Okay.
So the Toppers take the timeout. So they.
I touched his shoulders, so I'm assuming that's a 30.
Well, I think what he did was, I think what Benito did was when they were having that battle for the ball, and then finally Cooper Frank came up with it on the floor.
Right.
And so at that time, Benito jumps up, and of course that's a classic thing for these coaches to do.
Yeah. So anyway, what's going on too?
Blow a timeout rather than a turnover.
Right. And Los Alamos seems to be working it around the end, the 3-point line. And Valencia likes the guys cutting in and looking for a baseline pass.
5:20 to go here in the first quarter, and heading to the basket and is going to be fouled, and that's Wesley Stanfield.
Wesley Stanfield, his first showing.
So Wesley was
into the game.
Well, he and Harrison Frank last year were just an unbelievable tandem, and like I was saying, Wesley also is playing soccer. So the last game we did was, of course, was on Monday. We did the soccer game. Wesley Stanfield out there on the field in soccer, the 5'10 junior, and he misses the first free throw.
That soccer probably made him,
and that
made his skills rusty.
And that personal foul.
Oh, missed the second one.
So that's unusual for Wesley. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, he would have done better if he'd have kicked it in. So 3-point shot from way out. I mean, way out. Long rebound is going to come down to Harrison Frank. Frank's going to scoop it up to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield over to Malik Abdullah. Back to Stanfield. 3-point shot. That's off. Elijah Ortiz fighting for the rebound, and it's finally going to be won by the Jaguars. Preston Lowry. They'll hand it over to Brandon Melton, their point guard. He's only 5'6", a senior. 3-point shot from the left corner. Rebound comes down to Harrison Frank. Frank will dribble it up for Los Alamos. And then waiting. And so right now, the Jaguars have decided to go into a man-to-man. So man-to-man defense right now for the Jaguars. And so the coach, Josh Maddox, wanted to mix things up a little because the Hilltoppers weren't having any trouble with that zone. Going to come now to Malik Abdullah. He puts a shot up from 15 feet. Right at the free throw line, rebound comes off. Rebound comes down to Brandon Melton. Melton now will just walk it up, Mike.
Yeah, he's going to pause. He wants to slow things down. Maddox is a young coach for Valencia. He's really young. He looked like he could be one of the players. He looks that young to me.
So they try an entry pass. They try to lob it in to Ali Abdullah, and they overthrow him.
And checking onto the court, Mark Cleland, and he's towering out there. Gene,
oh, here he comes out.
And he's got a different number. 41 is Mark Cleland.
You got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. So we'll do our best here.
No,
get numbers and people. There he is, Wesley Stanfield. Beautiful feed that time by Elijah Ortiz. Great entry pass by him.
And now the Jaguars want a timeout.
30-second timeout.
So anyway, the Jaguars take the timeout, and so they've taken one. Los Alamos has taken one. But the interesting thing, Mike, the thing that Mike and I are fighting right now is that we went to Max Preps for the roster, and they only had 8 players on the roster. So I printed out the roster as best I could, and then, the 8 players. So then we get here, and number one, we find there's 13 players. Of course, I expected that, but then all the other players, all their numbers are different.
Right.
So we had to completely, well,
and
we're still using the same roster sheet.
Roster sheet from our coach, and started filling out our roster, and then we look out there, and the numbers are different again. Well, 3 times we have to change runners.
Yeah, so they told us that Mark Cleveland was going to be number 12. He's number 41. Long three-pointer out there, nice-looking shot's that's going to buy a high bounce and hits the support wires over the basket, so that's out of bounds.
That's out of boundaries except in volleyball.
Yes. 7-1 is the score right now. Toppers up by 6.
3:32 left in this first quarter. It went fast.
Yeah, but we're already halfway. Bad pass by Harrison. Frank is easily picked off, and that one came down to Eric Lopez. All he had to do was go and lay it in, but he was trying to draw the foul.
Somebody's been watching too many pro players.
I know, and he should have actually been called for traveling. He put the layup in, missed it badly, but he got his own rebound and put it back in. But all he had to do, I don't know what he was doing. But
like you said, trying to draw the foul.
Long pass is a steal by the Jaguars. Long pass downfield, easy rebound for Mark Cleveland.
I don't think he jumped at all.
No, he didn't. He just reached up, and Hilltoppers put up a quick three-point shot. Harrison Frank with a rebound. He's going to dump it out under the wing. Wing shot from the wing this time by
Ortiz.
Is that Elijah?
Elijah Ortiz down at the other end now, Valencia.
Well, they've got Elijah now at number 30. That's the number I had for him in the first place.
Oh, very good.
And so
we were 1 for 1 then.
Yeah,
in the corner, a three-pointer for Valencia, miss. Scores 7-3, 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Toppers on top.
So the rebound comes down now to Elijah Ortiz, and he takes a three-point shot. He's a good three-point shooter. This one rims off long, and we're out roaring down the field. The court right now is Ali Abdullah, the 6'3" sophomore, wide open, and he never hit the rim. He put the layup up, hit the backboard, and he put it up way too hard. Pass comes inside now to
Cleveland.
To Mark Cleveland.
It gets knocked away.
Yeah, he tried
down the other way.
He tried to bring the ball down, and of course you don't do that. You're a tall kid, keep the ball up, and so they get it over on the left wing. And Preston Lowry puts in the three-pointer, and so that makes it a game. And Harrison Frank getting instructions from Benito. So now they're setting up and they're posting up Mark Clinton in a free throw circle to half. Shot taken from the left wing, and that one by Nico Garcia. That's off. The rebound comes down to the Jaguars. Jaguars are going to hand it over to Preston Lowry. Boy, he wanted the three. They're going to get it to Abdullah. They'll bring it over on the right side to Brendan Melton. Melton will dribble out near the half-court circle, and now he's directing traffic. Hilltoppers right now in a matchup zone 1-2-2.
Under a minute.
And Mark Cleveland once again standing flat-footed, just gets the rebound. And they're going to bring it up to Harrison Frank. 30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Hilltoppers up by 1, 7-6. It was 7-1, so 5 points have been reeled off by the Jaguars. And we got 20 seconds to go. Pass comes inside. They get it to Mark Cleveland. His shot is off. 15 seconds to go. The rebound comes down to their point guard, and he'll bring it up. Brandon Melton, 5'6" junior and 5'6" senior. They get it underneath, and now Brandon Melton's going to shoot the three from outside, and that's good. And that one at the buzzer. So Brandon Melton gives Cleveland the lead. Jaguars the lead and makes it 9-7. And so
well, we haven't got an offense.
Yeah, so
we got
anyway.
A couple shots, but we really need to work on that. We were at the beginning passing around the end and trying to find an open man on the outside. Benito changed something up where we wanted to get inside. And now Cleveland, he's got an opportunity, but Cleveland, we just haven't been able to get it done.
Yeah, Mike went down before the game to talk to Benito Maestas, the head coach of the Hilltoppers, and showed him our roster, and he kind of shook his head no. Handed Mike a different roster, so Mike brought the roster up, and we made all the changes, and the numbers are still different.
And then the game started.
Unbelievable.
So we're doing our best here, but
you know, it's nice to have jumbled numbers. So anyway. But right now the Hilltoppers down by 2. They were up 7-1. So they've been outscored by 8 points in this. Firecracker of the first quarter here with a total of 16 points put up by both teams.
Yeah.
And
so here we go, the second quarter. Toppers trailing by 2.
So it's the Hilltoppers' turn to bring it in, and they bring it in, and it comes inside now to Cooper Frank.
That's Wesley Stanfield.
Oh my God. Who is 32?
Number 4 is Wesley Stanfield.
I know, but I'm looking at 32. There's a shot from the corner, and this one by Wesley Stanfield, and that one's good.
So find out. Here comes
Stanfield is 4. So the shot up in the corner once again, going to rim around and come out, knocked away by the Jaguars. It's going to go out of bounds off of Los Alamos, and now coming to check in for Los Alamos is the mystery player, number 54. I have no idea who he is. Give me a break.
54 to 32. Well, let me find out.
So the 10-9 right now. Jaguars up on Los Alamos by 1. They have it out on side to Brendan Melton. Melton will bring it over just to the right of the key, and it'll come to Preston Lowry. Lowry back to Melton. They're working it quickly around and they almost throw it away. And so picking it up and just firing, I mean, from way out there. Preston Lowry, and that's his second three-pointer of the ball game, and it's now a 12-10 ball game in favor of the Jaguars. So they're going to bring it over now to Nico Garcia. Garcia in the corner to another mystery player, and so it comes outside now. Harrison Frank shooting from way out. Rebound comes down to once again to Ali Abdullah. They're going to get it inside to Abdullah, wide open. He blows another layup. Poor Ali. That's the second time he's had a wide open layup and missed it. 12-10. Hilltoppers bring it across the timeline.
With the rebound, number 54, Malik Abuda.
Oh, my heavens.
Malik Abuda is 54. At the top of the key, before Wesley Stanfield. Still on the court.
Right.
Number 32, sorry, is Cameron Haig.
Oh, okay.
Cameron Haig is 32.
So Harrison Frank with an entry pass now. That's going to come into Malik Abuda. And we're going to have a personal foul called against the Jaguars. Hilltoppers will be shooting 2. And
that's 2 on him, right?
That personal foul is going to go.
That's their shooter, and he's got 2 fouls already.
Yeah, that's going to go to Preston Lowry. That's going to be his second. And
Nico Garcia for Los Alamos sinks a free throw.
Well, Nico, after he got the rebound, after the shot missed by Malik, he got the rebound, tried to put it back up. He was fouled by Preston Lowry. So puts up the first shot. And
he stepped over the line. That's no good. Off-season rustiness.
Yes. So they
made the first one, though. Scores 11-12. Valencia on top. With the steal, knock away Wesley Stanfield.
Yeah, so going to get it over now to Harrison Frank. They're going to come to Wesley Stanfield. Nice move by Wesley. Puts up the left-handed shot. Boy, a nice move down the lane. Went up high, rolls around the rim and falls off. We should have a traveling violation called, but they didn't call it. And that would have been on Isaiah Candelaria, as he took a nice little stutter step before he shot the three-pointer from the right wing.
But that last shot, Harrison's shot just lingered on that rim before he dropped off.
Yeah, it hung up there forever. Nico Garcia with it. Garcia making a little spin move, going to dish it off to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield on the left wing. Now Malik Abdullah.
Oh, a great fake inside by Malik. He got two of the Valencia players to slam into each other, and then he took two steps back.
Yes.
Moved both feet.
Yeah, he was standing at the free throw line, and then he faked the pass underneath, and Valencia just went for it big time, and then he decided to step back, and I don't know why he wanted to step back, but
still in football mode.
Yeah, I guess so. So
well,
come down to the Jaguars. They're going to get it inside to Abdullah. Then a little dish off this time. Coming down the middle of the lane was Isaiah Candelaria. He's fouled.
Good passing.
And let's see who's going to pick up this personal foul. And that's going to be
Cooper.
Yeah, that's going to be Cooper Frank.
That's his second.
That's going to be his second.
At the line, Isaiah Candelaria. He'll shoot two, I bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the second team foul on Los Alamos, and 3 team fouls have been called on the Jaguars so far. So nobody in any real foul trouble here at this point.
Okay. 11-13, Valencia on top in the corner with a three-pointer. That's Wesley Stanfield. Beautiful shot from the corner.
He now has 8 points in the ball game. Started things off, but he missed his first 2 free throws, and now he's got he has 3 field goals. There's a steal. Los Alamos with Nico Garcia. He's going to decide to bring it all the way, and he does.
Beautiful.
Nice move to the basket by Nico.
Give him the ball. 16-13. Toppers turned it around. They're on top now.
And Nico with the 3 points in the contest, a steal, and almost stolen back by Valencia, and then hitting the floor. That time was Cooper Frank, and he's able to scoop the ball over. Hilltoppers now. Wesley Stanfield takes one from way out. This is off. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. Jaguars trailing right now 16-13. We have 3.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Almost a double dribble, no call.
Yeah, yeah.
Valencia with the ball, swinging it around the end.
And so Brandon Melton again, he ended the quarter with a long three-pointer, and now he strikes again. So that's his second three-pointer
of
the ball game, and so it's now 16-16.
3 minutes left in this first half.
And Harrison Frank makes a great move to the basket. He was standing at the top of the key and took a couple of dribbles, and all of a sudden he just lowered his shoulder and he just flew by everybody and lays it in. He now has 7 points in the ball game, and it was a nice move. It's almost the similar move by the Jaguars, but they don't convert. Wesley Stanfield gets the rebound. He's coming down, crosses the timeline. 2:40 to go, first half. This game is roaring by, I must say.
Well, now.
Yeah.
Not much scoring, but it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, it comes to Cooper Frank, going to get it to Wesley Stanfield. And Stanfield, he's telling
Valencia timeout.
He's telling Alu Abdullah, that
30-second timeout.
Yeah, check the floor for something. Faked him out of it, and he just took it right to the.
He left his undergarment on the floor.
What a move, Wesley Stanfield.
That was a beautiful move. And then on the other end, the Valencia players, both of them, went up for the rebound. They fought each other for it, and Wesley ended up with that. So a lot of mishaps out there so far.
Yeah. So
Toppers on top though, 20-16 in this game, and this is still in the first half. Toppers playing, kind of getting it together now. Boy, that layup down the middle of the lane by Harrison Frank, that was about as smooth as it gets, Gene.
Yeah, it was so smooth. He just, he just
glides.
Yeah, he really does, and he's really, really quick. So coming out of the timeout, 3-point shot by Valencia. That's going to come off. Rebound is going to come down to Malik
Ortiz.
To Elijah Ortiz. Long pass up to Nico Garcia. Garcia is going to bring it back out on top to Cooper Frank. Frank on the dribble. Picks up his dribble, hands it over to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield, he was actually shoved, and then they stole the ball away from him, and then the Hilltoppers, but the Jaguar who tried to grab it lost the ball, so they got it over in the corner. Hilltoppers to Harrison Frank. His first shot was off, and now Wesley Stanfield. He just simply picks his pocket again, picks the pocket again. And so
Abdullah still thinks he has the ball.
Yeah. Ali Abdullah is having a rough game out here. First he got Major faked off, and in this one he just simply picks his pocket. And now Wesley Stanfield reaches his hand and knocks the ball loose, gets it over to Harrison Frank. Frank coming there. They're trying to come down the. Well, and they stop play actually.
Kick the ball.
So
ball was kicked out of bounds. So the ref stopped playing.
Yeah.
Topper ball.
Yeah. So they.
1 minute left. 22-16. Toppers on top.
So the Hilltoppers will inbound at Wesley Stanfield. Will bring it in, and they're going to bring it into Ryan Zeke. Now a 3-point shot taken by Nico Garcia over from the right wing, and
go against Ryan.
And now checking back into the ball game for the Hilltoppers is
Ryan Zeke's called for his first foul.
So that's 13 is Sebi Wood. Huh? Good gravy.
Sebi Wood is 13.
Well,
and 33.
Every time a Los Alamos player checks in, I got to change the number. Like they're.
Ball goes out of bounds.
It's like they come and sit down on the bench and then change jerseys. God.
It is. Well, we're getting to learn. We know the major players out here.
So Harrison Frank brings it up and gets it over to Cooper Frank. Cooper dribble into the lane, picks up his dribble, gets it off, and a nice pass inside to Sebi Wood. And Sebi Wood puts it in for Los Alamos.
Boy, that's a beautiful entry pass.
And the Hilltoppers are now up by 8, 24-16, with 40 seconds to go here in this first half. Brandon Melton trying to come down the left side of the lane. I think we're going to have a blocking foul on Los Alamos. Yes, we are. And, of course, that'll be inbound. And that personal foul will go to Sebi Wood. That's going to be Sebi's first. That's the 4th team foul on Los Alamos. And so
Coach wants to take care of Brandon Melton, make sure he doesn't get a three-pointer off.
So they just simply run that same standard three-point play. And now Ali Abdullah pressing.
He tries to get him back.
Yeah, pressing with Harrison Frank right under the basket. And so he knocks it out of bounds right under the Jaguar basket. And so now Josh Maddox, the head coach of the Jaguars, has decided that he wants a press with 30 seconds to go. So they are right now in a 2-1-2 zone press. The pass is going to come underneath, and a nice move to the basket, putting the shot up. It's a little short, though. Didn't put enough on it, and that was Ryan Zeke. They bring it out on top now to Eric Lopez. Lopez skip pass across to Brandon Melton. They'll bring it over onto the left wing, back out on top to Melton. Melton going to get it over into the left wing, and another nice looking shot this time, and right at the buzzer again, and that's Eric Lopez. So
that's
Lopez.
His first three-pointer.
That's his first three-pointer, but it's interestingly enough, Mike. Let's see this.
That
makes it. Yeah, it's 24 to 19. Hilltoppers down here at the end of the first half. I mean, Hilltoppers up,
Yeah.
24 to 19. So the Hilltoppers came up with 17 points in that quarter, and the Jaguars came up with 10. So this is Gene Mortensen with Mike Katko, and this game was roaring along. This game being brought to you by Los Alamos Daily Post and Carol Clark. And I want to thank Carol for making all this possible. So we now are going to take a short break.
All right, Gene.
Back here at Griffin Gymnasium, where the Hilltoppers right now lead
Get him.
Jaguars. The Valencia Jaguars are scoring 24-19. The Hilltoppers found themselves trailing 9-7 on an 8-0 run by the Jaguars to finish the first quarter. But then the Hilltoppers came up with 17 points in the
Anyway, Gene was talking, but he didn't have.
stupid mask.
Gene went about for a minute without having his headphones on.
God. Hello.
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 Grandpa's back on broadcast now.
Oh my God.
He talked for a good minute before I saw that he didn't have his headphones on.
Well, this stupid mask and
That's a first.
yeah, it is. Well, anyway, here we are back at Griffin Gymnasium, where the Hilltoppers lead 24-19. They found themselves down 9-7 at the end of the first quarter as the Jaguars went on an 8-0 run to finish off the quarter. Hilltoppers were up 7-1 and found themselves down 9-7, but outscored the Jaguars by 7 in the second quarter, putting up 17 points to their 10. And so the Hilltoppers right now being led by the Wesley Stanfield. He has 12, and Harrison Frank with 7, and Sebi Wood has 2, and Nico Garcia has 3 for their 24 points. But Wesley Stanfield has half of them, and so the Hilltoppers came up. They had 10 field goals. 3 of those were three-pointers, and they were 1 for 2 from the free throw line. The Jaguars, their leading scorer, let's see, was, Brandon Milton. He had a couple of three-pointers. Preston Lowry had a couple of three-pointers. So they each end up with 6. Eric Lopez had 5. And then Ali Abdullah was 1 for 2 from the free throw line, as was Isaiah Candelaria. So they had 6 field goals. 5 of those were three-pointers, interestingly enough. And they were 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
So not a high-scoring affair, but a lot of action out there.
Yeah, it's fun. These guys got to be a little rusty, but
right.
They're playing very well. But some of the steals by Los Alamos, especially the last year Harrison Frank was a freshman, Wesley Stanfield a sophomore, and they were just absolutely outstanding. What a tandem they were, and they've come back this year. And those 2 steals that they came up with were unbelievable.
Boy, Cooper, his brother, Harrison's brother, he had a nifty little pass inside down here real low when he hit Ortiz, down low to make his shot. Sebi Wood, I'm sorry.
Well, you remember Cooper when he came into the ball game in Taos.
Yeah.
He just came in. They put him at point guard, and the next thing he knew, he just kind of dribbled around, and then all of a sudden took off with his left hand down the left side of the lane and just laid that thing up, and then came right back with another one. So as soon as he came into the ball game, he had a big impact. And that was unbelievable ball game. The best ball game I've seen forever in high school. Just the athleticism was just fantastic. So the Jaguars are going to bring it in to start this second half of play, trailing 24-19. So they're going to bring it now to Eric Lopez. Lopez flips it across to Preston Lowry. Now Lopez gets it back, and he's going to put up the three-point shot, and that's going to be that's stuck between the rim and the backboard, so that's a jump ball.
You don't see it very often, but it just happened.
So that's a jump ball, and so the
possession goes to the Toppers.
But it's kind of a wasted possession because now the next possession will go to the Jaguars.
Right.
Three-point shot from outside by Elijah Ortiz, and he's off on this one. He was a good three-point shooter last year, and it's now 24-19. Preston Lowry trying to come down the lane, cut off nicely this time by Ryan Zeke. They're going to get it over. Abdullah puts the shot up.
Inside bad.
Yeah, 3.
They want to take advantage of Elijah in there. Elijah and number 14, of course, Ali Abdullah took full advantage of that and got the foul.
Yeah, he really did. So that personal foul is going to go to Wesley Stanfield, and that's going to be his first. And that's the first team foul on Los Alamos. And Ali Abdullah at the free throw line, and he misses the first. So he was 1 for 2 in the first half, and right now it rims around and comes off with it. Boy, hustling for the rebound that time was Janai Harris. Boy, he just got around everybody, put it back up, it rimmed around and came off. Hilltopper came down with a rebound. Now they get it to Harrison Frank. Frank starts to make that move, almost has the ball stolen away, but my God,
Behind his back,
talk about magic ball handling. Quickly down the lane, and it goes Nico Garcia, and Garcia dropped it in for Los Alamos.
Yeah, how he didn't get it stolen.
I don't either.
He sandwiched between two players, and he just took it around between his back and the guy behind him. And got away.
He essentially had lost the ball. They're going to get it to Preston Lowry over on the right wing. Wesley Stanfield on him. Wesley really giving him fits.
And went out of bounds.
And
defense.
Yes, he really did. Preston Lowry. Now they're going to bring it inside to Abdullah, and Abdullah with that's Ali Abdullah finally gets a field goal. Finally.
That was Janai Harris.
Let me correct that. That was Janai Harris.
Janai Harris, number 10. Stanfield at the other end. Spin pass, lost the ball.
Yes, Brandon Melton's going to get it to Preston Lowry. Loses the handle as he was going in from the left side to lay it up. Pass underneath Wesley Stanfield.
Beautiful
Great pass that time from
Oh.
Elijah Ortiz. Fantastic pass inside, but Wesley blows the layup. Shot from outside. That's Preston Lowry. Rebound comes down to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield will bring it up. Hilltoppers is 26-21. 5:40 to go.
Valencia really getting after it on defense.
And so the foul almost stolen away. It's time by Preston Lowry. They get it in the corner. 3-point shot by the Hilltoppers is off by Harrison Frank. Rebound comes down to Preston Lowry. He'll come down the floor in a hurry. He puts up the three. Nice.
Oh my God.
So Preston Lowry with his third three-pointer of the ball game. And suddenly it's a 26-24 ball game. Benito now really hollering instructions, and so the Jaguars and so the Jaguars right now in a matchup zone. Harrison Frank's going to put the shot up. This is going to be off. Gets his own rebound.
That's how you do it.
So he put it up from inside the three-point line, just barely inside.
Follow your shot.
And it just kind of popped around. Jaguars all just stood there and looked at it. Preston Lowry is going to fire one from way out again. So
28-24 is the score. Toppers still on top, but in a battle. Working around the outside.
That was Harrison's ninth point, by the way. Shot taken by Nico.
Oh, beautiful.
Nico Garcia. And as it comes off, Wesley Stanfield, who's only 5'10", tips it in.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
The referee's pretty mad. He looked at it and
We'll bring it up for now the 5'6" senior point guard in the corner.
4 minutes left in this third quarter. 30-24. Toppers on top.
Pass inside to Janai Harris. Knocked away from him, but he's able to get it back. Long three-pointer from the outside. The rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers. Harrison Frank's going to hand it now to Cooper Frank. Frank picks up his dribble, trying to find somebody to get it. Gets to Ryan Zeke. Nice move by Ryan.
Oh.
Ryan going down the right side of the lane. And
attracts all of Valencia players.
Yeah, man.
3 players hit him, and see who he calls it on.
So all of a sudden we have the Jaguars all in red, the Hilltoppers all in white, and we had red and white all over the floor. So it's
personal foul number 2 for Eric Lopez, number 3, at the line for the Toppers.
Yeah, so
number 33.
Yeah, that's
Ryan
Zeke.
He missed the first one.
So he misses the first. It's right now a 30-24 ball game. Hilltoppers up.
Nice.
And he makes a second. And that makes it a 7-point lead, 31-24. And we're under 4 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Pass comes to Brandon Melton. He should have been called for traveling, and he finally does. Wow. I didn't think they were going to call it.
That was so obvious.
Oh, my God. Right in front of their official, too.
In front of everybody. What's that song, In Front of God and Everybody?
Yes, exactly. So the Hilltoppers now are going to get it over to Harrison Frank. 3-point shot by Harrison. And smooth as glass, he drops that thing in.
12 points for Harrison Frank.
Yes, he has 12. Long pass down the field, down the floor, and they overthrow Isaiah Candelaria.
Yeah, we're inside. So 34-24.
So
Valencia wants a timeout big time.
Full timeout they're taking.
We're double digits now over Valencia in this third quarter. Toppers finding some rhythm here, Gene, and getting things done on offense and shutting it down on defense. They lost their 3-point player, though. So
he was Preston was tough, and he's 6'3" senior, and we'll see what they're still working on him over, and
it looks like
working on that foot. He looks like he's trying to get his shoes back on. I think he wants to come back in.
I think it's his ankle.
But anyway, they right now the Hilltoppers still have 4 timeouts left. They took 1:30, and so right now, but the Jaguars have already used 3 of their timeouts, so they have 2 left. It's a 10-point lead for Los Alamos right now, 34-24.
Do a shout out real quick to Larry Mortensen listening in and Kent Mortensen up in Los Alamos, up there in Littleton, Colorado.
There you got it.
And Governor's Ranch, his big nice house up there. He enjoys listening on his excellent sound system.
Yeah, and a shout out to Russ tuning in, and I want to make a shout out to Yolanda in Florida.
Yolanda.
Yes, Yolanda, big fan of Los Alamos.
Los Alamos basketball down there in Florida, enjoying the weather, I bet.
She texted me today, and she said it's hotter than whatever.
Than Hades.
Yeah, he moved, and
Sebi Wood with the move.
Yeah, so Sebi Wood.
He'll get fouled.
Yeah, he came down the right side. Came down to kind of the right side of the floor, about a little ways out from the lane.
Xavier Trujillo picked that up.
Yeah, and he just cut down the lane. And
number 0.
So
you don't see 0 very often.
No, you don't. They had a 0 last year, too. So
Sebi made his first one.
And
made his
makes
second.
them both. So Sebi, that's his 4th point in the ball game.
36-24, Toppers on top in this third quarter.
Yeah, 12-point lead right now for the Hilltoppers. Long pass, they almost overthrow Janai Harris again. They seem to have a problem with that.
Boy,
now the pass is going to be, I think, let's see, the ball is knocked out of bounds this time.
Cameron Haig.
Cameron Haig is really, really hustling. So he knocks it out of bounds, and
all the Toppers playing, everybody up close now.
I thought for a minute they were going to call a foul on him, but they just said nope. But the Hilltoppers have been really ball hawking against these guys. Brendan Melton is going to bring it out on top, pass underneath, and once again they overthrow.
Topper ball should be.
They're trying to get the ball inside to Janai Harris. And they just have a Janai's a big kid, 6'2" senior, and every pass that goes to him just zings by him.
Or sails over his head.
Yes. So, going to bring it now to Ryan Zeke, and now the shot from the outside. Three-pointer off the backboard.
That's how you do it in practice.
I guess that was Cameron Haig, I think. So
Cameron Haig.
3 points off the backboard. I wonder, I think I even heard him yell. I think I heard him yell, glass. Another traveling violation. Pass inside to Janai Harris.
Tapped away.
And is tapped away this time by Sebi Wood. And so the Hilltoppers come up with it, leading by 15 right now. A minute and a half to go here in this third quarter.
They want to slow it down a little bit, pass it around.
Cooper Frank, and then Benito Maestas tells him to back out and start things over. And now they're going to do that. So they get the ball back to Cooper, and Cooper decides to take it to the hole. And he just comes in from the left wing, makes a nice move down into the lane and goes up, and he is fouled, and that personal foul is going to go to Isaiah Candelaria. That'll be his first. That's the 3rd team foul. And at the free throw line is Cooper Frank.
Boom, smooth as glass.
And he just drops that one in without any trouble. And 16-point lead for Los Alamos right now.
Cooper's first points in the game. It's unusual for him.
That's the biggest lead in this ball game right now. 40-24. And so Cooper, well, he can make it a 17-point lead. And that's what he does not. Comes off the front.
Clangs it off the front of the rim.
And boy, taking it to the hole and trying to go around Elijah Ortiz. You don't do that, I'll guarantee you.
He's a big guy to go around.
Boy, I mean, you just don't do that. Cooper Frank dishes it off to Elijah. Elijah out. Shot taken outside. Three-point shot. Nice.
Great
by
passing.
Cameron Haig.
His second three-pointer.
That's his
nice
second
passing by the Toppers.
Oh, yeah. Great ball movement. And so
Found
that's
the open man.
Hilltoppers pouring it on right now. Up by 19 here.
24.
And they were up by 5 at the half. And
timeout, Valencia.
Valencia wants a full timeout.
41 seconds is the official time on the board.
So Valencia right now they're down to one full timeout, and that's it. And then the Hilltoppers have only taken one, and that's when Benito Maestas jumped up to call a timeout because they had Cooper Frank on the floor, and he was afraid he was going to get tied up. So
that Cameron Haig's kind of added a spark to play.
Yeah, really.
He really has, and that Ryan Zeke, he came in and.
Yeah, Ryan.
And said he would. Those three players kind of changed the hustle play out there on the court for the Toppers.
Well, Ryan, the thing I noticed about Ryan is that he's much more aggressive this year than he was last year.
Yeah.
So,
he's really.
And this year he gets the ball and he wants to take it to the hole, and so. But right now the Hilltoppers just pouring it on here in this half. They scored 19 points.
Harrison Franks had a quiet 12.
19-5 here in this third quarter.
And I don't think Stanfield played hardly any in the third quarter.
No, not much.
And he has 14 points. So Benito doing a good job of subbing in and out and getting players that he wants when he wants to rev the engine a little bit.
So they'll bring it in with 35 seconds to go.
Fourth quarter.
And Valencia, they almost throw it away. Eric Lopez saves it, gets it back to Brandon Melton. Melton, who likes to shoot the three-pointer at the buzzer, and now this time running into all kinds of traffic, and we're down under 20 seconds to go. Hilltoppers essentially throw it away. So they steal the ball under the bed, and then they just heave it down the floor. And the Hilltoppers trying to get to it, and a Jaguar comes over at the same time. They're almost to the other baseline, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. The Hilltoppers all point to the ref that it's ours. Now it comes over now to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield is going to.
He tries it too.
So he did the old I'm going to draw the foul thing. And he didn't draw the foul, but he got the basket.
He basically cleared his way for the layup by lowering his shoulder. The old pro set layup.
16 points for Wesley Stanfield right now, and the Hilltoppers coming up with 21-5 in that quarter, and so
a lot of it by Cameron Haig and some spot players. Nico Garcia, he's another one that came in and all of a sudden added a little. He had 2 3-pointers with the first half.
Yeah, we had 7 field goals, and 4 of those were 3-pointers, and then
forcing the issues.
Yeah,
we got fouled. We'll take 2.
So at the free throw line right now is Eric Lopez, and that personal foul will go to Wesley Stanfield. That's his first, and that's the second team foul on Los Alamos.
On the line,
Eric Lopez drops that one in.
That one, 45-25 if you just listened in. Toppers on top.
And Lopez puts in the second.
That's 7 points for him.
Yes. 45-26 right now.
Full court press.
Full court press by the Jaguars. And they were successful, and so it is stopping and throwing up a three-pointer completely off balance, and the rebound comes down. Once again, the rebound comes down to Mark Cleveland as he just stands there flat-footed. What a steal that time. Melton, I thought he was going to fire up the three. Gets it to Eric Lopez. Lopez dribbling between the circles. They're going to hand it back to Melton. So now Melton out near the half there. And then also trying to get there at the same time as Eric Lopez. He had the opportunity to try to get the ball, but he's called for the reach. Underneath, they get it to Malik Abuda, and he's a big kid, and he's under the basket. He just anyway he tried to put it up off the backboard, and just no chance. So now for the Hilltoppers, they're going to send in Elijah Ortiz. Now will come into the ball game.
Malik having a good game though on defense.
Yes, he is. 5:35, the clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Hilltoppers up 51-29, 22-point lead for Los Alamos. Another three-pointer put up by the Jaguars. Rebound comes down to Malik. That comes down to Elijah Ortiz. He's going to get it to Harrison Frank. Knocked away to the Jaguars, and the Jaguars have a breakaway. And no problem with that one. Isaac Candelaria, he just lays it in for two as they knocked it away, and then the two players.
Inside. Wow.
Mark Cleveland, he just kind of put a little forearm out there, and he's right in front of the basket, and he just kind of reached over and
cleared the way for
put
a
it in
shot.
the basket. Kind of like the way I throw something into the wastebasket. Brandon Melton now on the other end, who had 2 3-pointers in that first half, and now he picks up another 3-pointer. Harrison Frank is going to bring it across. This time right now, and shot taken. Harrison Frank gets the rebound, gets it to Mark Cleveland. He has his shot blocked from behind, actually. I think that was Ali Abdullah blocked it from behind, but then Harrison Frank was right there to pick up the ball and then lay it back in. So Harrison just really having one heck of a ball game right now.
It looked like Cleveland wanted to slam it.
Yeah, it did.
And you know how you bring it straight up and then you kind of let it go back so you can slam it. When he let it go back with both hands, that gave the Valencia player an opportunity to slap it away.
Yeah, he whacked it, but then
of course Harrison Frank was right there.
Oh yeah, pick it up
on the spot.
So 55-34, the Hilltoppers have scored 10 points so far. And
at the beginning of this, I was kind of worried that we were going to, what was the score again in the first half? 9-7 or something?
We were down 9-7.
We're down 9-7. I was wondering what is this team going to look like this year? And
yeah, we got a nice crowd here tonight, Mike. And
we do.
Yeah, a nice crowd, good crowd coming in, and then
And it's Wednesday.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Matt Lindback and I were talking while we were watching the game. They have the social distance seating here. They have their easy chairs or just regular chairs.
For the players.
Easy chairs, regular chairs and for the players, and there, of course, they've got their distancing.
And then you look up in the crowd.
But what Matt and I were talking about is like, why do they have to separate the boys? They certainly don't separate the girls for volleyball. I said, I don't know, maybe the boys are worse spreaders or something.
Another spread.
Pass inside by the Jaguars is picked off by Nico Garcia, and then he flips it up to Harrison Frank, who takes it to the hole. And he's going to be Eric Lopez is going to pick up the personal. That's his fourth. That's the 6th team foul, but it's a shooting foul. And that's going to put Harrison on the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2.
Oh, that's so clean. Pretty shot from the
get any easier? Does it get any easier than that?
I mean, effortless free throw shooting. Look at that. Rim's out.
And it's really too bad an abbreviated season because we really did expect the Hilltoppers. And there's a steal by Harrison, and Harrison's just going to go up and lay it in.
You cannot. He's lazy around that kid.
These young players, I mean, they were so unbelievably talented, and
I'm really surprised.
And well,
that first quarter kind of made me worried, And then after that, they just kind of settled into play.
Yeah, they certainly did. 60 to 34.
Yeah.
That's interesting because the Hilltopper Junior Varsity defeated the Jaguar Junior Varsity 60 to 36. We're sitting right now at a score similar to that, but anyway, so the Hilltoppers that came up, they were 7 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second, 21 in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter. They put in 15 so far in this quarter, and we still have half a quarter to go.
Well, it's 3:43 left to go. 3:42 left in this contest.
So Brandon Melton will bring it up, almost stolen away again, and knocked away this time by and reaching in that time and knocking it away, and then it was the Hilltoppers Jaguars trying to get a hold of it, lose it out of bounds. Lob pass comes inside to Cleveland. That's just no problem. I mean, that is a play that for the Jaguars, they can't stop it.
I don't think anybody can stop that.
No, three-point shot taken from the left corner by Mariano Perez. Runs in, gets his own rebound, gets it to Brandon Melton.
If you'd have saw that, Brandon Melton went to driving in there. Leland just kind of stood there, never left his feet, just swatted it away.
Yeah, he just
looked up and.
Yeah. It's like
Melton let go of the ball. Cleveland just waited till it came up to him and swatted it away.
He looked like he was just like a bee was flying around his head or something.
He's playing a first grader.
So right now it's 62 to 34, and they bring it out on top to Mariano Perea. Perea gets it over on the left wing to Fernando Enrique. Haig's going to come in and puts it up. Rebound. Well, I was going to say rebound had come down to the Hilltoppers, but they have a foul.
23. Cameron.
So Isaiah Candelaria picked up the free throw, picked up the foul. That's his seventh team foul. And is that Haig on the line?
That's Gavin Coy. He's number 24.
Okay. Gavin Coy. Oh, yeah, he played in the JV game. So anyway, so Gavin puts it up. Did he make both of those?
He made one.
Underneath it goes, and now the three-point shot from the corner. Battle for it. Mark Cleveland picks it up, dishes it out over on the right wing to Joshua Woodson. Woodson will bring it back to Gavin Coy. Coy starts to go with the three, gets it back to Woodson. Woodson bring it back out on top, and now a lot of the players who played in the JV game right now are playing. Shot up and is missed that time by Ryan Aldaz, and so the Jaguars quickly get it down the floor. I mean, in a hurry. And
Cleveland, here comes Dean. Oh, he's got it again. Oh, the pass. Oh, there it goes, boys.
So the Hilltoppers steal it away. And Mark Cleveland.
Oh, boy.
I mean, he just stands up there, and it was amazing. And so we're going to have a reach-in foul go to Los Alamos. And grabbing him at that time was Joshua Woodson. I mean, and I think for a minute I thought they were going to call an intentional foul.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But they put Mike Lopez on the free throw line. He was there moments ago. The freshman missed them both. So he's going to fire again. This actually should be a 1-and-1, but any foul at all like that is a two-shot foul. But
right.
63 to 41. We have 44 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. Hilltoppers way up in here, up by 22 in this ball game. Misses the second shot. Rebound is going to come down to Mike Lopez. Lopez puts it up. Long rebound is tapped out. Now a three-point shot by the Jaguars from the right wing. That's Fernando Enrique. And now we have a Jaguar down.
He got hurt.
And it's a shame. 32 seconds to go. And so Benito
Like
Maestas is telling his players to just to get over here to the bench and get away from the injured player. Let the trainers work on him.
He rolled his ankle, looks like. 63-41, Gene. 31 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers have picked up 18 points in this quarter.
Wow.
So the quarter by the quarter for Los Alamos, it was 7, 17, 21, now 18. And we have 32 seconds to go here in this contest. And my string is a mess, and so the young man with his number being helped off the floor right now.
I can't see his number.
No, they're going to take him straight to the training room. So anyway, so Mick Matuzak will take care of him. Mick, an outstanding trainer, and so for Los Alamos, and he will take care of him. And so now a full court. We're going to have a 2-2-1 full court press by the Jaguars.
Let's see if the Toppers can break it.
Yeah.
No problem.
And
now it's back. Now we're back.
Okay.
All right. So whatever you said while we were off the air, you can go ahead and say now.
Say it again. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Well,
so what happens is we're streaming.
Anyway, we're at the mercy of the Wi-Fi here in the Griffith Gymnasium. But what I said was that the Hilltoppers came up with 18 points in that quarter, and Jaguars came up with 20. They outscored Los Alamos by 2. Jaguars were up. Los Alamos was up by 21 at the end of the third quarter, and then they end up winning it by 19. So it makes it 63 to 44 is the final score here, and let's see what I got here. Let's see. So, well, anyway, I don't know if Benito was going to try and come and talk to us at all, but once again, I want to thank Los Alamos Daily Post and Nate Limbach and John McHale. They're the ones that all got together and put this together for us. And Nate, every game he fine-tunes it one way or another. He's an outstanding IT guy, and he just every game he's refined it in some way. And so this gets, for us anyway, it gets better and better. The video, of course, they really haven't been able to do anything with the video, and so let me see what point-wise, I think it looks like to me like I think Wesley Stanfield, I do believe. Let's see, he had 31 points for Wesley. Harrison Frank just had an absolute field day out there, and I'm trying to look at Mike's scoring. I can't make heads or tails of what he's got here, but. Anyway, okay, I see what he did. So, yeah, so Harrison, let's see, Wesley Stanfield had 16 points. He's trying to read Mike's chicken scratches is tough because I fell behind in my own scoring, so it's my fault. But anyway, and then Harrison Frank, he ends up with 19 points for the ball game. Sebi Wood had 4. Elijah Ortiz with 2. Cooper Frank had 1. Ryan Zelk had 1. Gavin Coy had 1. And then Nico Garcia, he ended up with 10, 11 points for Nico. And then Cameron Haig, 2 3-pointers for him. And Mark Cleland, he came up with 4. So that's the... So anyway, so that's it. So that's going to do it for us. We're going to wrap things up here. I don't think Benito's going to come out and talk to us. So anyway, so this is Gene Martinson for Mike Katko and for Matt Lembeck and John McHale and for Carol Clark at the Los Alamos Daily Post. Thank you very much for making this possible. And so we'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for a soccer game. The girls' soccer will be in action tomorrow. And then on Saturday night, we'll be back here for girls basketball as the girls are going to take on Hope Christian. So have a great tomorrow, everybody, and you can make it an even better Thursday and make it a nice, fun April Fool's Day tomorrow. Just put a little love in your heart, and don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing that you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And so night-night, sweetie pie. I love you, sweetie, so very, very much. And boy, do I miss you, honey.